Hello, friends and listeners. This is Jay Victor with another episode of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast coming to you pre-recorded on January 14th, almost 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. We are halfway through January. We have a new top 5 list coming up. We have some good news, a big win that will hopefully be revealed within the coming weeks. But first, to kind of put our sweepstakes to an end, it was a tough football season, especially for sweepers who were taking part of the TCL Season of More sweepstakes. Entry week 2 through wildcard entry week netted 0 televisions given away, which was really unfortunate. Wildcard weekend that just finished up was on the 11th, 12th, and the 13th. We were looking for essentially any type of 98-yard touchdown, really of any sort. Unfortunately, we couldn't make that happen. There were a couple of games that, essentially had availability for a big bomb down the sideline or the middle of the field, but unfortunately could not make it happen. The closest game, or the closest, let's say, touchdown that came close to making that happen was in the Houston Texans and Los Angeles Chargers game. Justin Herbert, who had a game he'd rather forget. This is one of the league's best quarterbacks, throwing up 4 interceptions. Yikes. But he had a pass deep down the middle to rookie sensation Ladd McConkey for 86 yards. So we were 12 yards short of releasing the beast and getting all those wonderful TVs released. $1 million worth of TVs released from TCL. But what can I say? Better luck to us next year. And, no matter what, thank you to TCL for the great opportunity. They do make a great product. As I mentioned before, I purchased a TCL TV for my in-laws, a 58-inch from Costco a couple months ago as an early Christmas present, and it's been working out swimmingly. Great picture, great sound, couldn't be happier, and it was under $200. So you can't beat that. So better luck to all of us next year, and I'm sure TCL, the assumption is, since they did not give away any TVs this year, I'm sure they will be more than willing to run the same promotion again next year. We also had, and I tried to go backwards and find out a little bit more information, the Toyota Game Day giveaways, where they were giving away the Land Cruiser if there were points scored in the last 2 minutes of regulation of a certain game. However, I didn't make it back in time to see which game it was, and when I go to the website, it says all giveaways are closed. The sweepstakes rules are closed. So, unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine. If there was going to be a winner picked, I will say there were a lot of games that had points scored. However, if they had picked out the Vikings and Rams game, I think we would be out of luck on that one, because from what I remember, I'm just checking back, there were no points scored in the fourth quarter of that game. So if that one was picked, we were all out of luck. I think pretty much every other game that was played through the wild card weekend had some points scored in the fourth quarter. But if that prize is activated, good luck to me and you. And hopefully someone wins or ends up winning that beautiful Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, one thing I want to go over before we go over any news and upcoming stuff, our wonderful contest queen, Carolyn Willman, had a very interesting post on her feed when she was talking about tracking sweepstakes wins, and she was nice enough to provide a link to her Contest Queen website and blog, where she basically gives you three options of her own contest tracker spreadsheet. There's one from I Win Contest, and there's one from Super Lucky Competition. I'll be posting this to the notes on this podcast. So it's early enough in the year. If you don't typically keep track of your sweeps, give it a shot this year, because we're only 2 weeks into the new year, and no better time than now to start organizing. I'm up to 4 this year, and one of them, which leads me into the next part of the show, is going to be another personal best. So during the summer, I was lucky enough to win $2,500 in gift cards to Amoco and BP gas stations through Travel Centers America. And I'm still trying to get through the gas cards. It's been great not having to come out of pocket for gas for several months. And that had a retail value, as I mentioned, of $2,500. Well, I did get a notification via email today at 3 o'clock for a prize pending verification that blows that number away. And I'm very excited that it's kicking off my 2025 right. As soon as I have more information or verification or have the prize in my hands, I will certainly let you know, but it's going to be a good one. And I was, it's nice to win certain things, and I'm sure trips and cash, but this one especially is right up my alley. So more to come on that. Very exciting. And thankfully it happened after the 1st of January, so we'll worry about the taxes next year. So like I said, more information to come on that, and I will be posting the link to Carolyn's blog spot on my podcast notes here. So if you do not have a sweepstakes tracker or spreadsheet, this will be a good one to get. But also, if you don't have Microsoft Office and you don't have anything to, open up an Excel sheet, our good friend, Captain Billy J. Travels, let me know during one of our sweepstakes meetings about Apache Open Office. If you Google it, it is a freeware item where it allows you to open up Excel spreadsheets and then save them in their own format. And honestly, for as little as I know about Excel, it's a great program, and it works the way it should. So Apache Open Office, if you do not have Microsoft Office, and again, I'll be posting the link to the spreadsheet links on Carolyn's website. So, beyond winning another big prize, which is super exciting, it seems like I beat my personal best every year. I've seen on a lot of sweepstakes forums and Facebook groups people winning really outstanding prizes, Super Bowl trips, lots of cash, video game consoles. So I'm glad 2025 is off to a great start for a lot of you folks. If it's not, keep trying, get those daily entries in. We had mentioned before, when 2024 was coming to an end and January was creeping up on us, that a lot of the sweepstakes were coming to a close, and it's coming to fruition throughout January. We're halfway through, so don't think because you didn't get a prize notification in the first week that you won't get anything. I got one today on the 14th, and again, it's going to be a new personal best for me. So a lot of times, these sweepstakes administrators and some of the sponsors, they won't get around to a sweepstake fulfillment until sometimes a month afterward. So nothing to fear. Keep entering. Stay positive is the best advice I can give you. And, create that win in your head. Think that you're going to win something and put that good juju out into the open. In the end, yes, a lot of it has to do with statistics and how many people are entering, the luck of a draw. But, keep that positive and creative mindset going. And you're going to have some big wins coming your way as well. So, without further ado, the top 5 was easy this week because they had a lot of great contests that came out. And to start off, one of the ones that I saw, only because my wife recently got me, not got me, but we received a gift of a record player. So we've been doing a lot of vinyl. And sure enough, the Sony Music Fans Y2K25 merch giveaway, they are giving away a bundle of 19 albums from the 2000s on CD and vinyl. A winner also gets a digital camera and earbuds and a bunch of other good stuff. It is a single entry. It's open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older. And this one only runs from January 1st to January 31st. And it's a one and done. You got artists like Jennifer Lopez, Korn, Outkast, Vertical Horizon, Britney Spears, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I mean, it's if you were going to school or if you were around in the early 2000s, late 90s, this one may be for you. This might be music that's right up your alley. So that's going to be number 5 on this week's top 5. Number 4, and I thought this one was really interesting, and I kind of switched up the way I was going to enter it. It's the Coinbase January 1st Trader Sweepstakes. So Coinbase is basically a cryptocurrency app where you can buy and sell crypto. And the prize that they have here is $25,000 worth of Bitcoin. And going by the latest prices, it's been going between 90 and 100,000 of Bitcoin. So it seems like you would get a quarter or a fifth of one Bitcoin, which it is what it is. It's still worth 25 grand. And if you believe some of the people out there, they're thinking within 20 years, single Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million. So maybe take it and stash it away. But grand prize winner gets 25 grand worth of Bitcoin. 100 winners will get, looks like $100 cash, U.S. currency, into their Coinbase app. Now, they did have a mail-in option because to enter, you would use your Coinbase app to make a cryptocurrency trade. So I was going to do the mail-in entry, but then I reminded myself I do have a couple bits of crypto that I won in there. So I had a very small holding that was like 50 cents in some contest that I won ages ago. So I sold that one off. That counts as an entry. This is a single entry, so that's all that needed to be done. If you don't want to do it that route, you can certainly enter via mail, and I will post the link to that sweep as well. It's a one and done. It's open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older. And this one runs from January 8th through January 31st. So good luck to everyone who enters that. Honestly, if I won it, since I was, to pause on the sweepstakes stuff, I've been into computers since I was a little kid. Got my first computer 35 years ago when they were the size of a small coffee table. And I knew about Bitcoin right when it came out. I think it was like 2009, 2010, something like that. And I was hearing about it. And, hindsight being 2020, boy, don't I wish I threw $100 or $200 in there. But even when you think about it, even if you were to get, 100 or 200 Bitcoins back then, let's say you got them for $1 each, what's not to say once your, Bitcoin holdings got up to 5,000 that you wouldn't cash out. It takes a lot of guts to buy Bitcoin back then and just watch it pass $100 a coin, $1,000 a coin, $10,000 per coin, and holding and holding and holding. I'd like to think that I would hold on to this quarter of a Bitcoin if I would be lucky enough to win it, but who knows? Sometimes you need the cash. But good luck to everybody who enters in on that one. That one is number 4 on this week's top 5. Next one, the Sea-Doo Recreational Vehicle Sweepstakes. So basically, you win your choice of a Sea-Doo, a snowmobile, an off-road vehicle, or an on-road vehicle valued up to $20,000. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, it excludes our friends in Florida and New York. It is a one and done, and it's running from January 1st to December 31st, so no rush on entering. Get your entry in now, but make sure you mark it down in case you see this 9 months from now and forget you entered. As I mentioned, it excludes our friends in New York and Florida. It also has a line item that excludes our friends in Puerto Rico, but open to everybody else, including DC and Canada. Ages 18 and older. Great contest, one and done. And, the downside is you got to wait a year to hear about it. But maybe someone will be hearing about their contest from last year and see what happens. But very easy entry. Get in there, see what you can do to win a nice Sea-Doo or on-road or off-road vehicle. Number 2, the Band-Aid brand Golden Jubilee Sweepstakes, and I've been doing this one for a couple days. This one runs from January 6th to April 30th. It is a daily. It's open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older. This is a good one. It's a daily. The grand prize winner is going to get a check for $25,000. If that wasn't good enough, 4 runners-up will get a check for $5,000. And then 25 winners will get a $200 prepaid card. And then if the money and gift cards weren't enough, 20 winners will receive an assortment of 50-count bandages worth about $6. So better than a sharp stick in the eye. There is a game that they let you play. I click on the button that says play the game for me. So, go ahead and enter in that one. It's a good chance to win some cash, and we'll see what happens with that one. Runs through April 30th. So we got a little ways, but a great prize awaits someone who is lucky enough to win. Number 1, the Finnish Game Day Sweepstakes. This was an easy one. It's a single entry, one and done, open to all of our friends in the 50 United States, including DC, who are ages 18 and older. Runs from January 1st to February 17th, so short window. But simple enough. Grand prize winner gets a assortment of Finnish products as well as a check for $10,000. 5 runners-up are going to get that prize pack of Finnish products with a retail value of $120 each. So good luck to everybody who enters that. That does it for our top 5. They got some great stuff going on to kick off January, and I'm very excited going through all of our sweepstakes sites, aggregates, and even hearing from some friends about these great sweeps that are coming out. I'm doing well with my New Year's resolution, still not entering every single thing that I see. I've pretty much given up on trips as well, considering hopefully be starting a new job here soon. And unfortunately, that's not going to leave a lot of room for vacation, but I am basically entering anything that has to do with tech, cash, cars, HGTV, win a home, anything like that. So we'll see how all of that goes. But tell you what, it's been, honestly, it's been a great start to the new year. Like I mentioned, I hope I can get verification of that prize win quick, because it kills me not to be able to share it on the podcast right away, but I want to make sure everything's legit and good to go. So hopefully we'll be hearing about that sooner rather than later. And next episode, we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to uncover that and go into further detail. But other than that, I thank you once again for joining me this week on Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. If you've won anything big or would like to share or have me make a public announcement, or if you'd like to remain anonymous, that's good with me too. Drop me an email, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Again, sweepstakespodcast@gmail.com. Thank you, my friends. My name is Jay Victor. I am the host of Official Rules, a sweepstakes podcast. Thank you for joining me this week. We'll see you next week. Have a great night.
This has been a Father and Son production.